A few weeks ago, I switched to backpacks after spending months carrying slings, and I started the journey with the Vertx Long Walks 15 liter. I loved it. But one question that kept popping up was, what if I needed more space? Well, today we're taking a look at its bigger brother, the Vertx Long Walks 28 liter, to find out if the extra capacity is actually worth it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mikey and this is Mikey Daily Carry. And if you're into everyday carry, backpacks, knives, flashlights, wallets, watches, practical gear that actually gets used every single day, you're in the right place. If you've been following along, you know I recently wrapped up my sling bag rotation for my work day carry and officially made my way back to backpacks. The first backpack that I reviewed going into the whole backpack rotation was the Long Walks 15 liter. I'll make sure I link that down in the description below if this is your first time seeing this video. And I came away genuinely impressed with that bag. It became my dedicated work bag because it was lightweight, comfortable, and carried exactly what I needed. But as I kept using that bag, I just kept wondering, what if I need just a little more room? Maybe I'm bringing lunch that day. Maybe I'm carrying an extra jacket. Maybe I'm packing camera gear or extra camera gear. Or maybe I just don't want to worry about running out of space. That's exactly why I'm excited to check out this new Long Walks 28 liter. Vertx did send this back over for review, and I am also a Vertx affiliate. If you're watching this video and you decide it's the right backpack for you, I'll have that affiliate link along with the discount code down in the description below. But as always, this isn't a sponsored video. Vertx isn't paying me for my opinion, and everything you're about to hear comes from actually using this bag as my work carry. First off, one of the reasons why I continue to go back to Vertx bags for backpacks is because they are phenomenal. I mean, I am an affiliate for them and they do send me bags for reviews, but I truly test their bags out and they have not failed me at all. They don't scream tactical. They're easy to lug around with you for everyday carry or work carry. They have clean looking bags. They're very durable. The materials are very thought out along with the organization. And they have so much features that make everyday carry much easier. That's something I've consistently appreciated about Vertx. And the Long Walks lineup continues that trend. So let's start with numbers. The Long Walks 28 liter offers, as the name suggests, 28 liter capacity, making it ideal for those who need more room than 15 liter without jumping into an oversized travel pack. It measures at approximately 22.5 inches tall, 13 inches wide, and 6 inches deep without it packed out. Despite nearly doubling the storage compared to the 15 liter that I was just carrying, it still weighs only about 1.9 pounds without anything in it. That surprised me. For a backpack this size, it feels incredibly lightweight before you even load it up. It's built from lightweight mini ripstop nylon with a durable water repellent finish and uses premium YKK zippers around the bag. You also get that dual stretch water bottle pocket, which is on this side and on this side. You have that breathable molded back panel, an adjustable sternum strap. This waist belt, I actually decided to keep on this because I took it off of the 15 liter, but I wanted to show you how it looks like on this bag. The inside comes with loop line interior, perfect for tactigami accessories that Vertx sells or anything that has hook back capabilities. It checks just about every box I'd expect from a modern everyday carry backpack. Now, when I first unboxed this bag, I expected it to feel noticeably larger than the 15 liter. Surprisingly, it really didn't. Yes, it's taller. Yes, it carries more. But because of its slim profile and lightweight construction, it still feels very manageable. It doesn't have that oversized travel backpack feeling. Instead, it feels like a backpack that simply gives you more flexibility without sacrificing comfort. So if you guys watch my 15 liter setup, nothing really changed much with my loadout, but I'm gonna do it for you guys anyway to show you how I have this thing packed out. So number one, we're starting right up top with this grab handle. As always, I have a hero clip attached to this because I like having my backpacks ride passenger princess while being hooked to the headrest of the seat. So that way it's not taking up so much space on the actual seat part of the passenger side, and I can use that extra room for any other gear that I have, maybe a lunch bag that I'm looking to carry, and I'll place it right on that seat where this stands upright on the passenger side. This is a medium size Hero clip, and I think that's a perfect size for backpacks. For sling bags, I would go a little bit smaller, like small or even extra small, but medium is a good size for backpacks, especially on the passenger seat. Now over on this side, as you can see, I have my Eagles Yeti Rambler, and this typically just sits in one of these pockets on the side. Now, one thing I did notice, and this is probably some feedback, is that if you are going to load the sides out with a bottle, let's say this big, this is 28 liters. If you're loading it up with something that big, I did notice that the elastic on the side water bottle pockets do stretch out a bit, and now you got like this flimsy little pocket rather than it being hugged to the side. So just be mindful of that when you're loading the sides out with a larger Rambler. But moving on to the shoulder straps. Shoulder straps, I actually had a fan, my Miniso fan that I had right up here because your boy runs hot. So I wanted quick access to that fan. I don't have it right now. I have it inside the house. I typically have that in there. Let me give you an idea of what fits in here. So this is like a microphone that can fit in here. No problem. As you can see, it just hides like so. Various things that you can put in this pocket as well. I put my pry bars, flashlights in there. You have your sternum strap that is adjustable. So you have that clip right there, and then you have that waist belt. I took this off of the 15 liter when I first reviewed it. I kept it on for this review because I wanted to show you guys how this typically looks when you have it on the Long Walks. Now moving on to this front pocket here. This is like a elastic type compartment where you can put maybe jackets or helmets or things like that. But inside here, I just got this charger that I got from Nightcore. It's the MB10000 Gen 4. Usually this stays in my little tech pouch that I have inside the bag, but I actually was using this today, so that's why I have it in this compartment here. And then I got some deodorant, some Carpe. I think it smells good. This is the Ocean Storm. But I got that in there. And then I have a way to just cinch this down like so, so that way things aren't flying out or anything like that. On this front pocket, this opens just at a 90-degree angle. And in here is where I have gum, and then I have this Satechi USB-C hub. I also have this mini organizational pouch that I talked about in the 15-liter video. And this is where I have like all that hygiene stuff. Nothing much has changed in here, nothing really, but in here I got, you know, gum, I got lotion, I got my grooming kit. This is actually new. This is a new grooming nail cutter set. And so I just have my nail clippers in there because I like having my nails clipped. And I also have some hand sanitizer, some floss, things that I need to keep the hygiene good throughout the day. And that is in a hooked back mini organizational pouch that Vertx also sells. What I do is there's this strip of loop line right inside, and then I just get this mini organizational pouch and I go boom right in there. And then I get these and I put this in here also. And then I just zip this up. Super easy, just closes like so. Now in the main compartment, this bag doesn't open full clamshell. It actually just opens like so because of the water bottle pockets that are there on the sides. In here, I have it outfitted like so. And up here, this is the MTAC. So same thing, that 15-liter video, nothing's really changed. I just wanted to show you how much more space this gives me with the same things that I had in the 15-liter, because now this whole channel right here is pretty much open. So if, let's say, I have a jacket that I want to pack, or maybe a helmet if I'm biking, I can put that in here and have space to still zip this up. But I do have this MTAC organizer here, which does have hook backing. And when I pull that off, it just comes in like so. So I have my SSD right here. I have the USB cables that go to the SSD. And then I have some pens here, which I didn't have outfitted in the 15-liter video that I did, along with a small little flashlight. It's a carbon fiber i3T. And so this laptop compartment, I actually also added in here, and I have my iPad Pro M5 sitting in here. And the cool thing about this is that I have it so that way it creates a false bottom. So that way if I put my bag down at work, I'm not slamming my iPad and it hitting the floor, because this actually sits about 3 inches above from the bottom of this bag. Vertx also sells this laptop compartment organizer, so you guys can check that out on their site. And then in here I have my cameras. So I have my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I also have my DJI Osmo Nano and all the kits that come with it. And then this is the large organizational pouch. It's pretty much the bigger brother to the mini organizational pouch I just showed you. But this is cool because it's essentially like this tool roll. And when you open this up, well, by the way, on the back, I have a pocket here, and this is actually where I keep my Data Crew side fry. And the side fry is my dedicated tool kit for my backpack. Everything kind of evolves around the Leatherman and the Leatherman bit sets, like the 711L bit sets that I talk about in multiple videos of mine. That lives here, but fits perfectly in this back pocket. I have that like so. And there's also this little grab handle for this pouch. But what's cool about this is you open this up, and it's kind of like this tool roll, right? Right up top, I have a Vero Fulcrum. I have 2 pens here, tactile turn, and this one here is Mark Smith by Soul Built. That's actually a bolt action marker. And then in here, I have as my dedicated tech section. So I got another USB-C hub that's in there by Anker. I have a wall power mount that I talk about in a lot of videos. I have my Rode Wireless Micro. Right down here, I got more pens, a Tide pen, and all of my other pens. If you guys notice in my sling videos, I would keep my pens in a nutsack commander pouch. Well, this actually holds not only my electronics and my charging needs, but it also holds all my pens, because I like rotating my pens weekly in my wallet or on my Tail of Knives MPU little side caddy that I always carry on my person. That's what I got in the bag, guys. That's exactly how I loaded it out. Nothing really has changed from how I loaded this out from the 15-liter. Truly, I wanted to just show you the capacity that you have extra, even when you have the same things loaded out like I did in my 15-liter video. So a lot of my feedback is pretty similar to the 15-liter Long Walks bag that I carried. One thing that Vertx consistently gets right is the organization. It's very user-friendly. You're not having to dig through secret compartments or anything like that. There's enough built-in storage and organization to keep your smaller gear exactly where you need them, which is like this front area right here, and then your main compartment, which is completely customizable. If you have any hook back accessories that you can put in here, like you guys just saw me do with their different Tactigami accessories. I really like that flexibility, especially depending on the type of day I'm going to have, because if I'm going to be packing more camera gear, or if I'm going to be packing more work stuff, I have that freedom. Now, in terms of comfort, comfort has honestly been excellent. The shoulder straps have plenty of padding in them, where even if you pack this thing out, it doesn't feel like you're lugging around this entire hiking bag. You do have that breathable back panel that's huge, especially for a guy like me that sweats a lot throughout the day. And then the sternum strap is a plus. Thank you, Vertx, for including sternum straps with your backpacks. Unlike some companies I've named in the past that don't do that. That's something I truly appreciate. Now, who is this backpack for? I think this backpack is perfect for office professionals, people that want to carry more equipment or have the ability to carry more equipment. This is great for students. Back to school is going to be coming around. This is also great for travelers, remote workers, photographers, or anyone carrying gym clothes after work and you want to have that extra storage. And it's also great for the people who may have the 15-liter Long Walks and just want a little bit of space, a little bit of that extra space. Now, I'm sure the question everyone wants answered is 15-liter versus 28-liter. Which one would I choose? Although I don't think one replaces the other, I think they serve different purposes. If you carry a fairly minimal setup like a laptop, notebook, charger, water bottle, same everyday carry essentials, the 15 liter is honestly going to be fantastic for you. But if your day varies, maybe you're heading to the gym after work, maybe you're going to be carrying around extra camera gear because you're going to be shooting some stuff after work, or maybe you're traveling and you need that dedicated traveling bag that packs a little bit more of a punch. That's exactly where the 28 liter shines. You're getting nearly double the capacity while still carrying a backpack that feels surprisingly lightweight. For me, I don't see these competing against each other. I actually see them complementing each other depending on what my day looks like. There are several things that I really enjoyed. First, the extra space. It gives me flexibility without making the backpack feel oversized. Second, the weight. I was surprised of how light this thing was when I got it out of the box. Only 1.9 pounds without anything in it is remarkably light for a backpack with this much capacity. Third, the clean aesthetic. It doesn't draw attention to itself. I mean, I got the blue version here, but even with a blue backpack, it fits just about anywhere. Fourth is the organization. Everything has a place, and it's easy to stay organized throughout the day, especially if you have those hook back accessories. And lastly, the comfort. Even when loaded out, it's been very comfortable to carry. Honestly, there isn't much I'd change with the Long Walks style backpack. If I had one piece of advice for someone considering this backpack, it'd simply be this. Don't buy it because it's bigger. Buy it because your everyday carry actually requires extra space. If you only carry a handful of things every single day for work, or even just your everyday carry, the 15 liter is gonna be all you need. But if your daily routine demands a little bit more, I think you'll appreciate what the 28 liter offers. Overall, I think Vertx did a great job with the Long Walks lineup. Instead of making one backpack and hoping it works for everybody, they created options for different styles of everyday carry. The 15 liter has become my minimalist work backpack. The 28 liter is the one I'll reach for when I know my day is going to require more gear. Neither one is better. They're simply designed for different needs. It's exactly how I think a good backpack lineup should work. If you enjoyed today's review, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button because it helps to get this video in front of more people who enjoy everyday carry. I'd also love to hear from you down in the comments below. Which one would you choose? 15 liter that I just reviewed or this 28 liter here? And why? And if you're new here, consider subscribing because this backpack rotation is just getting started. I've got plenty more backpacks, knives, flashlights, and all other EDC gear coming your way. Huge thank you to the team over at Vertx for sending this bag over, along with the 15 liter. I will have links in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Waka pow!